doing a noise. Even where I and it'll be underwater. Hey there, Q20 family. So here we go. I'm on a coffee run up to Scooters, my local small coffee chain, and this is also my 800-mile ride in review. So let's get started here. So far, everything is going great. With the warming of the temperature, my speaker doesn't seem to be doing that buzz that it was doing in the cold. My cage rocket performing outstanding. My S866 aftermarket LCD, I've had no additional problems with it locking up or resetting the odometer. Maybe that has something to do with the cold as well. The bike itself, everything's going great. I'm not having any problems, and other than listening to the squeak that comes from the movement of the rear frame to the front of the frame, and it's always been there, but I think I need to hit that with a little bit of silicone lubricant there, and that should quiet that down. But other than that, everything's going great. Have had no problems with my battery, and other than that initial LCD issue, everything's been great with my bike. What I do want to mention though is it seems like some of the shine is coming off of the Ridstar here. And what I mean is that this e-bike is not exactly an old bike, and I am a member of the Q20 Facebook group. So I do see a lot of people talking about the issues and problems that they've had with their particular Q20, and of course you gotta take it with a grain of salt, because when people have problems, that's when they start reaching out and looking for other people that can possibly help them out with the problems they're having. So meaning I'm hanging out where the squeaky wheels will squeak, so to say. And when I say that the shine seems to be wearing off of the Ridstar, is because for a while it seemed that more and more of it seemed as though the LCD problems seemed to be reducing and starting to fade away, and here it seems to be back and going pretty strong again. So the other problem is that it seems that more people are having, directly from the factory, problems with their batteries. Not those of us that are already riding them and we don't have any problems, but from the factory. And Ridstar can be an absolute bear to deal with. Now, I didn't have any problems, but I was initiating a return and they were very quick responding to me. But anybody just looking to reach out and get some general help or service or things, Ridstar is not exactly very good. And I think part of that has to do with the whole process of, this is a cheap Chinese bike. It does offer a lot of bang for buck. And I think the business model is, sell as many of them as you can, as quickly as you can, and deal with what you have to, and, spend the least amount that you can in manufacturing this bike. And as a result of all of that, there's just no support. And honestly, I don't think the company cares, because of the fact that, I think their business approach is just mass selling as many as you can around the world, and that's that. So knowing this, Ridstar was very responsive, because like I said, I had a warranty issue and I was initiating a return, so they were very quick to get to me. But in the meanwhile, what I've been doing is purchasing sets of brakes. I have 5 or 6 sets now that I have put away, and I also purchased a set of planetary gears, because those seem to be the things that the brake pads, of course, are going to wear out. Few people, not many, total of 3 that I know of, have had planetary gears wear out and fail, and those are only nylon gears. So, and none of it's expensive, so I've been accumulating these parts as we go. And then The only other thing is the battery, which will eventually, fade and fail. And I have sourced a place that I can get a stock replacement battery here in America that'll be able to take care of that in the future. But in the meanwhile, my point is that I'm sourcing out and finding all of the parts that I can while this bike is around, because at some point when the Chinese decide to quit producing this bike, I imagine the source pool of parts will disappear as well, because the brakes on the Q20 are proprietary. They're not standard brakes that you can get off the shelf. So I'm just going to continue to accumulate what I can while I can. And who's this bike for? Well, I wouldn't buy this for your kid, because it does have some quirks. This bike, in my opinion, is for the person that doesn't mind working on things, knows how to troubleshoot and fix things, and has the money, and not that it's expensive, but has the money to be able to source and stockpile parts so that you have them for some point in the future. Again, my experience with the Q20 has been great, but not everyone's having the same experience I have. So, there you go. Would I recommend it to the tinkering person that has the money, resources to stockpile parts? As a gift for your kid? No, I wouldn't do that. So here I am in scooters. So until next time, Q20 family, my 800-mile ride. Bike's been great for me. And as you're out there, remember, ride safe.